Ever feel like even after a good night's sleep, your body's just running on fumes?
Yeah, like you can't catch a break.
Yeah, exactly. So we're diving into that feeling today, but with a twist. We're unpacking glycogen storage disorders.
Which is basically,
Basically, what happens when your body's backup energy system goes completely haywire.
it's like, imagine the power grid failing on an entire city.
Oh, okay.
Right. But instead of just the lights going out, we're talking essential bodily functions, like completely shutting down.
Oh, wow.
And it all boils down to glycogen,
Okay.
which is how our bodies store glucose, for energy.
Okay, so glycogen, that's our on-demand energy stash.
Exactly.
But today, we're talking about glitches in the system. These glycogen storage disorders, they're genetic, right?
They are, yeah. They affect how the body either stores or breaks down glycogen. And because different types target different enzymes,
Okay.
the symptoms are all over the map.
So it's not a one-size-fits-all kind of thing?
Right.
Let's break it down. What's a good starting point for understanding these different types?
Good question. Let's begin with type 1 von Gierke disease.
Okay.
So imagine this. Your body can't access its stored glucose
At all.
because a key enzyme, glucose 6-phosphatase, is MIA.
It's just gone.
It's not there.
No glucose 6-phosphatase, no
Yeah.
energy.
Right.
What does that actually look like for someone with this disorder?
So think, chronic low blood sugar,
Okay.
high levels of fats in the blood.
Yeah.
That's your hyperlipidemia and hypertriglyceridemia.
Yeah.
Even high uric acid, which
Yeah.
can lead to, painful gout.
Wow, that's a whole cascade of problems stemming from just one enzyme deficiency.
Yeah.
What's the typical course of treatment for von Gierke?
It often involves carefully managing glucose intake.
Oh.
Think frequent doses of glucose or even cornstarch, believe it or not.
Cornstarch.
Cornstarch.
Really?
Yeah, early diagnosis and dietary interventions can really improve quality of life for these individuals.
It makes you realize that even a tiny enzyme deficiency can snowball into major health problems. It emphasizes how interconnected our body systems truly are. Are other types as severe as von Gierke?
That's a great question. Some are considered milder,
Okay.
like type 3 Cori disease.
Okay.
It has similar but less intense symptoms compared to von Gierke. Then you've got type 4 Anderson disease,
Okay.
which primarily affects the liver, often leading to an enlarged liver, known as hepatomegaly.
So each type has its own unique fingerprint. What about type 5 McArdle disease? That one always piques my interest.
McArdle's is fascinating because it really highlights the body's ability to adapt.
Okay.
It specifically affects muscles. And one of the more noticeable symptoms is exercise intolerance.
That sounds incredibly frustrating. So someone with McArdle's tries to work out and just hits a wall.
Yes, but here's where it gets really interesting.
Okay.
People with McArdle disease often experience what's called second wind phenomenon.
Second phenomenon.
Second wind phenomenon. They get that initial fatigue, but then, boom, a second wave of energy hits.
Okay, that's wild. What's happening there? Is their body somehow circumventing the need for that missing enzyme?
Exactly. It's thought to be the body, finding alternative pathways to fuel those muscles. McArdle's really underscores the complexity of our metabolism. It's a reminder that our bodies are incredibly resilient and constantly searching for ways to keep going.
It really makes you appreciate the incredible dance of enzymes and metabolic pathways happening inside us every second.
Right.
This deep dive has been a real eye-opener.
It goes to show you that even conditions you might not have heard of can reveal so much about how we function. And it begs the question, what else can we learn from these rare disorders to develop new treatments and therapies?
Lots to ponder. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive. Remember, this is just the beginning of the exploration.